All right, back again, another message. And we're talking about today when you're seeing the things that cause a narcissist to bail on you. These are some of the first signs that you may display that will trigger the narcissist to bail on you or to start turning against you. One of those things, one of the most frequent things when dealing with narcissists is breaking that perfection mode that they see in you initially, right? Like you can't do any wrong. They see you as this perfect partner, their true love. Again, narcissists tend to fall in love quickly, right? It's not real love. It's really just infatuation. They're just really infatuated by this new supply. It's like everything is new. They get overly excited. And this is what a lot of you see in that love bombing state. So, like the narcissist is really invested in you initially. I mean, it's like a heavy superficial investment, but nonetheless, for the narcissist, they're invested. And in that point, this is where a lot of you miss. They will push aside any flaw or anything that they see that typically what they're going to come back to not like you about later. They ignore that in the beginning. They have this uncanny way of going about that. And they're going to ignore every part of that. Now, when you get deeper involved with them and you start to challenge the narcissist, right? Because you're going to start seeing and catching things that they're saying that doesn't add up to what, that they say they stand for, right? Character wise, it's going to start, you may question it. It may not even be like you're coming at them, but you question them on something. This will, this will activate that part of them that starts to say you're against them, right? You just caused the wound. And a lot of times you don't understand, you don't know when you caused a narcissistic injury because sometimes they don't display it to you right away. Narcissists don't like to let you see that they're affected. But you can tell because they will, oftentimes, if you pay attention, the passive aggression starts to come out. This is where you may see that they go ghost on you for a few days. No reason to it. They just go ghost. And then they pop back up a few days later, several days later, like nothing, no big deal. And you're like, what was all that about? What happened? You just disappeared. They don't have an explanation typically. Oh, they were busy. They had stuff going on. Now, that tactic is used it's to invalidate you, to show that you are not important. Like you're nobody to them. Just as they can give you the attention and be into you, they can take it away. It's also designed to punish you, right? It's showing that you can be very insignificant to me in a drop of a dime. And they want you to feel as though that's where they want you to be, because narcissists want, after you trigger them in that way, they want to keep you off balance from that point because they feel like you're playing with them. They feel like you're not taking them serious. And so they got to get that attention from you. They got to get your attention back in line, not just your attention, but your behavior too. Right? Because a lot of what goes on when you're with the narcissist is their method of behavioral modification that they use to get you to conform. They're actually making you go through a type of behavioral modification to suit their needs, to suit how they want you to act and perform with them. So the moment you transgress in any type of way in the narcissist's eyes, this is where they feel like, okay, I see what I have to do for this one. I have to really start to mold them to how I want them to be. And you trigger this by showing that you are an individual separate from them. Because the narcissist doesn't see you as separate from them. They see you as an extension of them, right? And you're an object. You're just an extension that's an object to the narcissist. And they expect that you're going to do whatever they want you to do, at least for their needs. So when many of you think that, the narcissist is just acting out in a way, the acting out is to get you to conform again. It's to get you to, they can't have something not working the way they want it to work, right? If you're in your car and you step on the gas, you expect it to accelerate and speed up, right? If you step on the brake, you expect it to start to decelerate and stop, right? These are things you expect from the vehicle that you're operating. Well, a narcissist looks at you in that way. You're like some type of a vehicle to them that they operate that fits their needs. And when you don't do certain things that they expect you to do based off what they want from the object that they're working with, which is you, they have to go into manipulating and different forms of manipulation and tactics of control, dominance, bullying, all these other things, right? Trying to scare you or whatnot. And this is to get you to come back into conforming, right? So the narcissist will show you this other side that you haven't seen before, that's very distasteful. And it's all about getting you to conform, not allowing you to have any autonomy or independence outside of them. That is what triggers them. When you start to show independence outside of the narcissist, yeah, they're going to flip. And when they do flip, it's more so because it's like they can't believe that their object, their toy, is not playing the way that they want them to play. That's why they're flipping on you. And many of you, you don't see it that way, but you're not looked at as a human being to the narcissist. They don't look at you as a human being. So many of you wonder, like how could they do such things to you? How could they hurt you when, you did so much for them and all? They don't look at people as humans. It's easy for them to turn on you, to discard you, all of these things, because you're nothing but like objects. As one said before, Sam Vaknin, when he said that people are they're like cardboard cutouts. And it's true. You're not looked at as a human being with your own wants, needs, and desires. That doesn't, a narcissist can care less. They pretend, this is why it's so tricky, they pretend to care initially. They know they have to do that because if they were to just disregard that initially, they know that's not a good look. Of course they know these things, so they have to pretend, but they feel like they're going to be able to exalt their will over yours. They're going to be able to, forcefully get you to bend to their will. And it's that mindset that they go along with that inevitably, when you do decide to push back and say no and you stand your ground, this is what this is what does it. That's what causes the first part of the first stages of the major fallout. Because then they realize, wait a minute, I can't have you the way that I wanted to have you. I can't have the fantasy that I wanted with you. I have to. And they try more and more. Now this is where you get into that tug of war where it's like this push pull. It's like endless fights. That's all a part of trying to keep themselves established on top as the controlling factor. So you're never equals with a narcissist. You're always playing from behind. And that's the only way they want it. And if you challenge that in any way, you're challenging the very essence of how a narcissist operates with their targets. So any type of resistance, rebellion, disagreeing with the narcissist in any type of way will trigger them. And you will get that backlash and that negative feedback from them. So when you're in these situations with them, especially intimate partner relationship type things, just be aware of that, all right? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, book an appointment, click the link in the description box, shoot me an email, and I'll get you information on how to go about that. Till next time, have a good one.